The Texas Longhorns are currently ranked 19th in the On3 industry team rankings, but I don't expect that to last long because there are several five-star recruits that Texas is in good shape for. Let's bring on expert Gerry Hamilton of Inside Texas to talk a little bit more. Let's start with the big dog himself, five-star plus Colin Simmons. Now, he tweeted just yesterday that he is about ready to make a decision. We don't know when exactly. He says that he's ready to set a commitment date. What's your read on when he could possibly commit and what is going on with his recruitment?
Yeah, tough business reading Colin Simmons. He's very street smart as any recruit I've come across. But I'll say this, Josh, at the beginning of this process, there was a December decision talked about, maybe after Duncanville wins state again, right? But as this recruiting process goes on, I mean, those dates, those timelines adjust. They move up. And Colin Simmons got 4 official visits in June. Texas was the last one, the 23rd through 25th. He's scheduled to be at A&M and possibly LSU or possibly just one of those here last weekend in July. I'll be surprised, I guess, if he doesn't decide before his senior season at some point or shortly into his senior season. I think there's some key people around him that would love for him to be committed when his senior season starts or shortly after it starts, just to take some of that pressure off the recruiting process. And look, it's a tiring process. It's fun at the beginning, but when you start hitting up these official visits and these unofficial visits back to back weekends, the process can get tiring pretty quick, even for the best of them. So right now, my read on it, Josh, is sometime around the beginning of the season or shortly into the season. It could happen before that, but I don't expect it to go until December when Texas plays the state championship games.
All right. Well, Texas Longhorn fans want me to ask you, Gerry, how do you feel about your prediction of Colin Simmons to Texas as it stands today?
I'm still sticking with it. I still think it's right there. I think I put in 65% on the RPM. I'm still about there. Look, I think these recruitments, as they come closer to the end, they're always going to get tight, right? I mean, that's just the way this business is. We're going to talk about other guys that are the same way. LSU, A&M, he was always going to stay close to home. So we've talked about it, Texas, LSU, A&M were the 3 schools pegged for Colin Simmons' recruitment, really been Texas, LSU, with A&M a distant third. And I still think that's where this recruitment's at today. And I just think there's a lot of things going in Texas' favor. I think there's the ability to be that alpha on the edge, kind of like Kelvin Banks is at left tackle for Texas. There's a lot of DFW flavor along I-20 that's in Austin right now and are very close. These kids grew up together playing youth football, basketball, soccer, whatever, man. Jonte Cook, Anthony Hill, all these guys who hosted him on his official visit. I've remained the same on Colin Simmons. I think he's a Texas lean headed into next weekend's visits.
All right. Well, there's another top Texas target that has set a decision date, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But before we do that, Texas fans, like this video and subscribe to the On3 YouTube page. We talk Texas here all the time. Hit that subscribe button. All right. I want to talk to you about 5-star wide receiver Ryan Wingo. He set a commitment date of December 20th. Now, coming out of his official visit, I remember, Gerry, you told me, yeah, Texas has a puncher's chance here. But now knowing that he's going to take this thing clear to December 20th, how do you feel about where Texas stands and their chances at landing Wingo?
Yeah, well, first of all, let's see if that holds, right? I mean, I think Ryan could change that timeline to a little bit sooner as well. So let's see if that December 20th holds. I think I think they have a good read on this recruitment. I think they're right there with a puncher's chance or more than. I think Steve Sarkisian, Chris Jackson, Arch Manning hosting him on his official visit was big. You don't have Arch Manning host Ryan Wingo on an official visit if you're Steve Sarkisian, unless you have a pretty good read on what's important in this recruitment. I think the wide receiver position at Texas, the chances they're going to lose some guys to the NFL probably early helps the Longhorns. And I really think it's headed towards an SEC recruitment. I'm not counting Michigan out here. Michigan fans, don't jump on me. But I see Texas, Tennessee, Missouri, Georgia, and I'm not sure where Georgia's at in it, but I think Texas and Tennessee are in pretty good positions right now for Ryan Wingo, and I think Texas has a legitimate chance here.
Would be interesting if he also decided to go a little bit early, but as of now, it's December
Right.
20th for 5-star Ryan Wingo. How about 5-star cornerback Kobe Black? He has been trending towards Texas for a while now. Gerry, is he Texas's to lose?
Yeah, it appears he's been Texas's to lose for a while. Now, he's scheduled to be at A&M next weekend. So is Ryan Wingo. So is maybe Colin Simmons. So that's that's going to be an interesting weekend in College Station if all those guys show up. But I do think Kobe Black, for the same reasons that Colin Simmons is, I think this recruitment's coming down to close to home. He made the visit to Oklahoma. He made the visit to Ohio State, Oregon. He's scheduled to be at LSU the second weekend in September for an official visit. And then, as I said, A&M next weekend unofficially. I really think it's going to come down to those very close to home schools. And I think Texas is the leader headed into the last weekend in July.
Yeah. And you know what? Texas just seems like a good fit. You know what else is a good fit? My bird dog khakis. I've been wearing them everywhere. I have them on right now. I wear them golfing. I wear them to the market. I wear them to work. I've been wearing them to work so much, and I was thinking, these are really flexible. I can move in these. And you know what? I went out and I bought a pair to golf in. I absolutely love them. Let me tell you, I get a lot of compliments. Even my fiance compliments on me, and she never compliments me on anything. And she said she loves my bird dogs. I get compliments when I go to work in them, and they just feel great. They keep me cool and dry in the summer heat. The cloud knit fabric that they use, second to none. Here's what I need you to do right now for me. Go to birddogs.com/Josh or enter promo code Josh, and you will get this free Yeti Styler tumbler with your order of bird dogs. That's birddogs.com/Josh or promo code Josh and get your free Yeti Styler tumbler. Let me tell you, you won't want to take your bird dogs off. We promise you. All right, Gerry, up next, I want to talk about top 100 prospect, 4-star corner, Corian Gibson. He is set to make his decision on Saturday. What can Texas fans expect heading into this big decision?
Yeah, this was going to be Texas or Clemson. There were some reports in our industry a couple of weeks ago that it was Clemson, Ohio State. Inside Texas, we never took that to be a fact. This has been Texas and Clemson for a while. And look, I think Texas should feel pretty good about this. So, Josh, what's interesting about Corian's recruitment is, we grew up following the visits, right? He's been to Clemson 3 times since the spring, 2 of those unofficially, then the official visit in June. So if you just follow the visits, you would say, okay, Clemson is probably going to be the pick here. He's been to Texas twice around those visits, and his official visit, June 23rd through 25th, was his last visit. I just think there's a lot of confidence on the Texas side here. People I talked to close to the recruitment, close to Lancaster High. I think there's a lot of confidence on the Texas side. Right now, you headed into his July 22nd commitment. That's 4 p.m. at Lancaster High. And look, again, we mentioned it with Colin Simmons. DFW area, Steve Sarkisian, Jeff Banks, and the Texas staff, they put in a lot of work there because the previous staff they let that go a little bit. And so Jonte Cook, the Anthony Hills, Malik Muhammad's, Billy Walton, all those guys who these guys grow up with. Jordan Johnson Rubel committed to Texas right now, grew up with Corian Gibson. They're about best friends. They played youth sports together growing up. And I know Corian really likes Clemson. That was his favorite school growing up. But I do expect him, to, as of today, to pick Texas over Clemson Saturday.
Right. That's how some of these big visits go. It did seem like Clemson had a lot of momentum coming out of that trip, but now as things kind of slow down and the decision gets closer, it looks like Texas. All right, I want to talk to you lastly about 4-star edge Xena Umeozulu. He comes out of Allen, Texas, and earlier this month, I thought maybe he was going to make a decision this summer. Now seems like things have slowed down. What's happening here with his recruitment? Is this a good sign or a bad sign for Texas?
I think it's a no sign for Texas. Look, it's never great if you think somebody's going to commit maybe and they don't. But here's the thing. I think Neto is happy at Texas. I think the parents are very academic oriented. But I think how much Neto plays early in the season could have an impact here. I really do. And I think Oklahoma.
You're talking about his brother.
Yeah, Neto Umeozulu, who's the backup left guard at Texas, who is going to be in the rotation. He's going to play. I think the family wants to see exactly how much Neto is going to play, how happy he is here at the start of the season because he's been happy at Texas to this point. I can tell you, Oklahoma A&M are recruiting Xena like it's an open recruitment right now. That's for sure. I think everybody knows he's a Texas lean, but you don't back off these kids. You recruit them when they're at talent level of Xena. So I think that's what's really going on at the heart of this recruitment is his brother's happy at Texas. I think everybody wants to see how much he's going to play early in the season, and that could impact, if Oklahoma or A&M's chances go up.
All right, Gerry. So as I look at it now, I mean, the guys that we talk about, they're all trending towards Texas. It seems like unless something goes sideways, that they're going to land most of the guys we talked about. Even though Texas sits at number 19 right now, is it crazy to think that they could finish with the top 5 class?
No, it's not, because there's 5 stars on the board, right? If you knock out 3 of those, if you get 3 to fall your way, and you add in the 2 or 3, 4 other guys ranked in the top 300 in the country, then you're sitting around 4 to 6. I think 1 and 2 are pretty much done, right?
Yeah.
At this point, wait to say that, but barring a major upset here, Georgia's going to have the 1 class, Ohio State's going to be 2. But then it's pretty open after that. So Texas has enough shots on goal here to where they're going to sign their 3rd straight top 10 class. The question is, some of those 5-star shots on goal, if they hit on 3 of them, yeah, they're going to be sitting in the top 5, and we'll see what happens.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think Texas finishes inside the top 5. Gerry Hamilton, thanks for joining the Inside Scoop today.
You got it.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me, and remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.